Get started. Perfect. All right. Well, welcome in everyone. My name is Tyler Walton. I'm the Sales Expansion Manager here at Opendock, powered by LoadSmart. Today, we'll be going over our gate management feature inside of Opendock, which is sort of a carrier self-check-in, right? We want to streamline that process of carriers checking into your facility, and so that way we can take that weight off your team. With me on the chat that is currently disabled, we will be taking questions at the end, but Tyler Rubottom is with me as well. So you do get Tyler squared. You get two Tylers for the price of one. So we'll be making sure to answer your questions as they come along. A little bit of background about myself. All throughout college and 8 years after college, I worked in a warehouse from the ground up, picking orders, loading trucks, running shipping departments, and then even driving for a little bit until 2020 when I moved down to Arizona and found Opendock. And now I love just providing the solution to people that I used to work with and have that kind of industry knowledge. So love it, but we can go ahead and get started. So I hate to put some rules on you guys, but we want to go over some of the housekeeping rules just to let you guys know. To avoid any background noise, we are going to mute everyone until the end here. I have the second bullet using the chat for questions, but we do see that the chat is disabled for this one. So we're going to leave all of our questions at the end. So that kind of speaks to that third bullet as well for raising your hand to speak. We can just kind of jot all that down and go over it at the end. This is pretty simple, straightforward, and quick. So this will be a quick one, and we can get in-depth questions at the end. As you guys heard at the beginning of this, there is a recording notice. This will be recorded. For everyone that registered and did not be able to make it, we want to make sure they still get the video and they still get the knowledge behind this. Q&A session at the end, like I mentioned a couple different times now already. So we'll be good to go at the end of that. So going by just the look of this, going by the pictures of it, I like to explain it. So as you see on the left side, that beautiful hand that's holding that phone, scanning the QR code there, that is your driver there. So that is your carrier. That is who is showing up at your facility. And again, this is all a streamlined process of the carrier checking themselves in through that QR code or even a URL on a tablet or a desktop. You can use it sort of a kiosk as well. So once they scan or log in or find that appointment via the QR code that let's check in next bubble here, they're going to type in their PO number or confirmation number for that appointment to find it. They're going to verify that they have the correct one once they go through to it, and they're going to fill out a form that kind of goes through what you want to capture from them. So this is first name, last name, if you want a driver's license photo, if you want them to take a little selfie, anything you want to require from them to enter in when they get to your facility, they can enter in now. Now, on the back end of that, when you guys do set this up, you guys can add in any sort of restrictions that you guys want. So something that just got released that was very popular with our clients was a restriction on how early they arrive and how late they arrive. So if you don't want people checking into your facility an hour and a half early, you can put that restriction in there that's not going to let them check in, or even late. If they're an hour and a half, 2 hours late, and you want to reject them because they're checking in way too late, you guys can put that parameter around gate management. And now the last little pictures that you guys see here with the computer on the right side, once that check-in is completed, it's going to automatically update the status inside of Opendock and say that the carrier checked themselves in. It is live, it's ready to go, and it's time-stamped for your reporting and in your audit log. So kind of doubling down here on how it works, kind of exactly what I just mentioned there, and also adding in the on-screen instructions for the drivers for next steps. So if you want a general message that says, please check in via QR code on your landing page, and once they check in, say, move over to this zone and wait for your dock assignment, kind of pairing with two-way SMS, which we're releasing very soon, that you can communicate through to your drivers of what they need to do. You can text them through Opendock and it'll go straight to their phone, obviously, letting them know that they need to move over to dock door 2 or cut the seal or send me a picture of your load on the inside or whatever you need to communicate back and forth to that driver without having to go into the dock or into the warehouse and outside the warehouse, walking out with a walkie-talkie. We're kind of trying to streamline this whole process to where it's all in-house. And as I mentioned, all of it is automatically updated in Opendock. So whatever happens inside your appointments, you guys are going to get timestamps reporting inside of your audit log on everything that gets processed. And now you guys can kind of benchmark what that looks like on carriers booking or carriers checking in with your facility compared to how you guys check in. Some of the benefits. So these are just 4 bullet points that we have seen from our customers, but obviously everyone has different benefits on how they value gate management today. Digitizing the check-in. That's really the main cause, the main driver of this is digitizing it, streamlining that process, and getting through to the end. The carrier arrives, and we want it to be a self-serve kind of check-in for them to take that weight off your team. And when I say weight, I know it's just a couple clicks, but what's behind those couple clicks? Do we need to get to a tablet? Do we need to get to a phone? Do we need to get to a desktop? We're taking away all that time that we currently use today inside of Opendock, and we're streamlining that. And you get those real-time updates whenever that happens. So your team, if you're using TV mode inside of Opendock, you guys can actually get those updates in real time that they check themselves in. One of the big things that I love inside of gate management is unplanned arrivals. And my best example for this is UPS and FedEx and small parcel. No matter what you do, they're not going to book an appointment, and rightfully so. They have a lot of packages to deliver. They're just trying to go in and out, and they're just trying to deliver what they need to do. We see them flying down the highway and flying down the streets. They're on a mission, right? They don't have time to book an appointment. They're not going to book an appointment. But if you still want that data inside of Opendock, they can select, I do not have an appointment, and it can create that appointment for you. And you can either accept it or reject it. The reason why we wanted to add a rejection kind of button inside of that is because maybe it's someone that's you don't want them checking into your facility, and you don't want that data inside of here. But you guys can accept it, and you can even tie it to an actual appointment on the other end of that too. So if you guys have reoccurring appointments set for UPS, FedEx, or blocks for certain carriers, once they check in via QR code and they don't select their actual PO and they say, I don't have an appointment, you can actually tie it to their actual appointment that you created for them. Again, auto status updates. So this is going to give you the most accurate data of when they show up. So it's going to give you the most accurate data on dwell time. Again, super quick, this webinar. If I can talk any faster, it'd be done in 5 minutes, but very easy to implement, very easy to set up. We get with your team. It's not a full onboarding session like you saw in the past of just Opendock, but we want to get with you to make sure that you know all of the benefits and all of the parameters that you can set around gate management for when you want to go live. So additional help and resources. So on the end here, you see contact your account manager, aka me. I am a lot of people's account manager, but I know I'm not everyone's account manager. If you already know them, you can get a hold of them and say, hey, I want to talk a little bit more about this. Maybe you want an actual demo inside of one of our accounts to show you how it looks like and what it looks like to implement it. If you don't know your account manager, please reach out to me anyway, or reach out to our team and we'll get that for you. I can facilitate that for you. So I believe Tyler Rubonham is going to link in the chat, if it's enabled now, the community articles and facts. I believe there's 83 articles inside of this page here that is questions and answers from our clients that use gate management. So it's really good stuff inside of there. We just revamped all of that website so it's easier to maneuver. Please check those out. And if you guys have any questions beyond that, we're happy to jump in and help. So me being a little bit biased for this 4th one, register and attend upcoming webinars, right? I'll be in another one in November. If you're sick of my face already, don't attend that one. But if you want to attend the other ones, we're going to talk about a lot of fun stuff, talk about our roadmap, talk about what we're working on, because really your feedback and your comments and ideas are really driving this platform to become, if not, it's already the best doc scheduling platform. We want to grow it to be even more valuable for our clients. So like I said, again, very, very quick, but when I go on to the last page here, I will blind you with the big green screen and start taking some questions. So if the chat is kind of open, Tyler, if you want to unmute, or Mara, if you want to unmute and kind of ask those, I'm going to try to open up the chat here if I can see it, but And if we don't have any questions, it looks like I did my job absolutely perfect. But I know that you guys can kind of reach out, at any time and ask us any questions because we're always there to help. But did we have any questions from the chat, guys? Are you guys able to see that now?
The chat is available. However, it doesn't appear that there are any questions.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I can give it a couple minutes. I know this is just a quick 15-minute webinar. It's actually our first one to get started here. But yeah, I mean, we're going to send out this recording, and if it's really got you thinking of how this can implement inside of your account, inside of your facility, you guys can always reach out to me personally, and we can facilitate that to any one of your account managers or even myself and run through what that looks like. So
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tyler.
yeah, no problem.